He came to me in the cage directly after the fight, before they announced me as the new champion.
Yeah.
And I went to him and I shook his hand and I said, "You're a warrior, well done, it was a great fight." And he said, "No, you definitely beat me." He said that.
So he said it to you.
He said to me, he said, "You deserve it. You won that fight. You beat me."
Yeah.
Then afterwards, when we were in the doctor's rooms, he came to me and he said, "You're a warrior. I wouldn't have wanted to lose to anybody else because, you know."
What's up, fight fans? Welcome to the Cool Koi Show, brought to you by the undisputed world of MMA. I'm yours truly, LL Cool Koi. You know, I got my main man.
Robe Scholar in the building.
Yeah. Got him in the building. Well, Paul, thank you for coming today, man.
I'm glad to be here, man.
I greatly appreciate it, man. I got, man, a phone call. I'm sitting out this jibber jabber on the internet about UFC 297, about, you know, Strickland got robbed and this and that and the third. So we're going to come over here and talk about it. That's what we do best. And so, Ball, let me know how you feel about it. And then I go and I'll tell you how I feel about it and how I feel like Duplessis should have got the victory. It was a razor close fight, but I feel like he should have got the victory. He turned the tables around. But you tell me how you feel about it and how you
the main event was good. Strickland really I was really impressed at how he fought. Like, cause you know, when I first saw Sean Strickland, I kind of thought this is not the guy. You know, nobody really gave the guy a chance to be a middleweight champion. But he shocked everybody.
He did a whole 360.
Yeah, yes. Definitely. I think with the fight, he was starting off good with the jab, but I felt like, was it the third round? I think he was a headbutt. The
third round, the hip.
The headbutt, and then I think he kind of got opened up like real bad.
It's like between his eyelid and the bridge of his nose.
But he still did good. But at the same time, I feel like he could have at least mixed it up.
Yeah.
Like I think
with the kicks, the high kicks, like
Duplessis. Yeah. I think what made Duplessis like the fighter to win was he kind of mixed it in with the takedowns.
Yeah.
And I think you know when you're fighting a champion and you want to win that title, you gotta go all out. You gotta go all out.
I always talk about that.
Yeah, a perfect example of that is when you see like a lot of people in career fields like and they want to move up.
Yeah.
A lot of them will say I'm only gonna do what's required of me and just think, hey, I'm gonna move up. If you want to move up or like you
gotta go overboard.
Well, yeah, you're right, but at the same time, you also gotta do a lot more to get to where you want to be. Mm-hmm. And when you're fighting a championship fight, you don't want to do like the bare minimum just to get by.
You want to try to get a finish.
You want to get a finish or be a decisive. Yeah. Or if you know it's gonna be a decision, make sure you're the decisive winner.
Decisive fashion.
Yeah, exactly. In dominant fashion. You
gotta make it be known, man, that hey man, I'm putting in more work than he putting in.
Yeah.
And that's what DDP showed to me.
Yeah.
Now,
but Strickland did good too.
Strickland did good. Even when he was cut and busted up, he did good. But I'm gonna tell you what I feel about it. Like I was telling my man Rich Ali. I wish he was on here with us.
Yeah.
I said that Duplessis turned the tide. What you notice is that Duplessis will throw a combo, an overhand right, and he might miss it, or it might graze Strickland. But then he'll throw 1-2 combo, miss, and then throw a hard body kick.
Yeah.
And you will hear
it.
Because even Ralph said, oh my God, that landed. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff was landing, but he was still coming forward.
And the body shots too.
Yeah. And the judges see that. Who's throwing the most power punches? They're both beat up and damaged. So it's kind of like the judges can't score this off damage-based scoring.
Yeah.
Because they both busted up at this point.
But at the same time, what about the takedowns?
Yeah,
the takedowns
at the end of the round too.
Yeah.
They did. Like you could say, well, here Strickland getting up. He getting up, but those takedowns are landing.
Yeah.
He even slammed him at one point. When he took him down, Strickland got back up and he slammed him. Grabbed him on the hips and then slammed him back down.
Yeah.
And he kept coming forward the whole time. I don't care if he throwing a spinning back punch and he was falling off balance. He kept pushing forward. And Strickland just on the outside throwing the jabs. He had some good jabs, by the way.
Oh yeah, he did.
Him up all night.
He did. He definitely did.
On his eyeball,
Yeah, he did.
He busted up.
I just felt like Sean could have done maybe. I think because that headbutt, that kind of changed the course of the fight.
Because he was leaking.
But I think even before the headbutt, he could have at least tried like instead of jab, throw some leg kicks in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Sean does any takedowns or like have any offensive
or any high kicks.
He could have done that. But overall, I mean, congrats to DDP. He did his thing.
Shout out to South Africa as well.
Shout out
man.
to South Africa. And
Dana should be happy. We can have a event in South Africa.
Oh yeah, and then that's a new market for new fans.
Exactly.
An excellent market for like growing fans because MMA is growing.
Exactly.
But also shout out to Sean Strickland. He did a great job too.
He did good. Yeah.
And I think he'll be back. I think what he needs to do moving forward is like, I do think Sean takes it seriously, but try to learn more new techniques.
Add some kicks in. Add some grappling.
And I'm pretty sure he's gonna train with Alex Pereira. So I
exactly.
mean, and that was actually a great tool for him to have. Like
he was in his corner.
And then also too, when you train with an opponent that's beating you, you can learn a lot from the opponent that beats you.
Exactly. He was countering Duplessis when he was coming in.
So I think there's gonna be a rematch later down the line.
Yeah, it is.
So
Duplessis, man, he's just a dog.
So what do you think?
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of DDP now.
Oh yeah, you are definitely.
I'm a fan.
So fight fans and Quay, fight fans in the comments. Who would you? Where would y'all like to? Well, let me ask you this: fight fans, where do you want? Who should DDP fight next? So I'm gonna say my opinion.
Go ahead.
I would like to see Israel fight him, but I mean,
So let me ask you this, Ball. Do you feel like Israel need to fight a contender?
That's a good question,
he
too.
He defended his belt, Strickland beat him after he got it back from Alex. So does he fight a contender, then fight for the belt if you win that, or does he go straight until the title fight?
No, actually, I want to see Israel fight a contender. Just know that he's the decider, because just to make it fair.
Exactly.
So
no favoritism.
Yeah.
Because he was a superstar. Exactly.
Yeah. But what do you think? What do you think should happen for next for DDP? Who do you think he should fight next? Khamzat? Because you got Khamzat, Paulo Costa. Now with Khamzat, that's a little bit different because Khamzat's kind of like.
He said that Dana promised him a title fight after he beat Usman.
But you gotta remember, Usman's a welterweight.
And exactly.
So it's
I keep telling people that.
And nothing against that one. Usman, it was a majority decision.
Yeah, it was a close fight.
Yeah, but that's like me saying fighting a lightweight and trying to go down to get a title shot. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
He hasn't really been in them, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to let's say chastise Khamzat. I'm saying he's kind of like jumps from weight to weight, so it's like
he don't know what he want to be yet. He's trying to still figure it out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Usman just wasn't ranked at middleweight.
Yeah,
he moved up on short notice. You know what I'm saying. I know it wasn't Khamzat's fault. His opponent got injured in Paulo Costa with the arm injury. Was it his shoulder? So I know it was a Khamzat's fault, but you haven't beat Cannonier, Marvin Vettori. You haven't beat Robert Whittaker like a real middleweight contender to kind of argue for a title fight. Even though you're undefeated and you know this upcoming superstar and Afghanistan or whatever like that, but you gotta beat somebody, man. You gotta be active. Now, Bad Play, he did his work in welterweight. Welterweight, he was running through him. But he had 2 close fights with 2 top contenders, Gilbert Burns
and Usman,
and then Usman. People say he arguably lost that. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. They might give it to Khamzat because Khamzat he yapping on Twitter, man. Like, hey, I'm next. I'm ready for UFC 300.
Yeah,
like, I'm next.
So who do you think DDP should fight next?
I think DDP should fight the winner of Paulo Costa and Robert Whittaker. If it's not Khamzat next, I say Khamzat, Ilsel, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? And like that, or Israel needs to just fight Khamzat.
That'd be a good.
That'd be a good fight. That fight will sell.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the co-main event? You go with yours, and then I'll talk about my thoughts.
So the co-main event, I'm gonna be real with you, Bob. You know, I went with what's her name?
Bueno Silva.
Nah, I didn't go to Bruno Silva. I went against Bruno Silva. I forgot the girl now I went with. We kept cheering for me and Rab. Pennington.
Rockwell Pennington.
I went for Pennington. And going into that fight, I said the boxing is going to be the difference. Her boxing, it was. Bruno Silva came out with boss. He had surgery. Said as he had his eardrum. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, I know.
It was like fractured a little bit.
I know about eardrums. I haven't had a fractured eardrum, but I know like when I be sleeping, my eardrum do be kind of like not busted, but I can't hear anything. And I had to do like this to kind of like get out, you know.
That was dangerous, man.
Yeah. So when you have a busted eardrum, it is a lot harder. Well, coming off that injury, it is a lot. Coming off that surgery, it is a lot harder.
I can believe it
because like you may not hear a punch or like you might not even see a punch. But I will give a Bueno Silva. She did have a lot of submission attempts.
See this. She like a Charles Oliveira. She was trying to sneak them things in, like
or like a Brian Ortega. Yeah,
yeah. You remember T-City?
Yeah, T-City. But Raquel, I think Raquel got it with her experience because she's already been in the championship fights.
With Amanda and I think it played a factor. Even when Ralph said, "Look at she calm.
Yeah,
she was so calm when Bruno Silva locked that choke on her. She didn't panic.
Yeah,
and make a mistake to fall in the trap.
Right.
And so, I love that.
So like I said, I thought Raquel Pennington was gonna win it. I think because of her experience. But and I asked this question on Fight Night, fight fans, and you can comment as well. But for your thoughts, Quay, my question is, where do you see? So now that Amanda's retired, do you see like an era where like Raquel Pennington is gonna be champion for long, or is it gonna be like where she'll be champion for like 1 or 2 fights and then lose the title? Because I think that's a great question to ask.
That is a great question.
Because nowadays, you know, when you see like the tenured fighters that have been champions in their weight classes for so long, and then either they leave abruptly, retire, or go on to another division to win to gain another title.
Exactly.
You see like the division kind of has like a hot potato thing.
Yeah.
It goes to one fight. One fighter wins it, another fighter, and then they lose it to another fighter. And then it's like a hot potato.
And it was like that in light heavyweight before John Jones got the belt.
Yeah.
It just killed. Rampage had it, Machida had it, and Shogun had it, and Shogun was the last person had it, and John Jones got it.
Yeah.
Now it's like that now.
Yeah.
You know, Paulo, you know what I'm saying? Jamal Hill got injured, and
so I mean, do you think Raquel Pennington is going to be champion for long?
For the time being.
Okay.
I don't think for years down the line, I don't know, man. She got to show me something different, man. I don't think it's going to be like another Amanda Nunes, man.
Oh, yeah. There can't be another Amanda
Nunes. It can't be another Amanda Nunes. I don't think that she better defend that thing more than Amanda Nunes. This is my opinion. Fight fans, what you think? That's how I feel. No disrespect. I'm a big Pennington fan. I went for Pennington. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't feel like...
You just don't feel like she's going to be the champion for that long. Okay, yeah.
To be able to, like, just keep...
Yeah,
like Joanna J. Check was keep defending that in her era.
Yeah,
Nunes keep defending in her era.
Or Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, and Shevchenko. Yeah, I don't think that she's like at that level to do that.
Yeah, but who knows? We may be wrong. But we may be right. We may be wrong.
We may be wrong though, man. That's the beauty about it.
That's the beauty about it.
We get to find out. You know what I'm saying?
One fight I do want to talk about. What did you think about Neil Magny?
Oh, that comeback. Man, you know I couldn't get off to the video without talking about that. Hey, man, like my brother said, what a comeback. He's yelling.
What a comeback.
Hey, he got his bill, drinking it. Hey, it would look good for Matt. That could have been easily 10-8 in that first and second.
Yeah, round. Because Mike the proper mallet was doing really well.
He was piecing him up.
Yeah.
But the kicks, the grappling, it seemed like Neil Magny wasn't even strong enough to take him down in the first earlier rounds. And it was looking bad. I just knew Neil Magny was fast, man.
I just think Neil Magny, he looks a lot big for a welterweight. I want to see him at middleweight. Or like
you do?
I don't know. I may be wrong. I mean, that's
just a prediction. No, they said he'll get murdered.
Yeah, but
he'll get murdered.
He just look a little too tired because he's been fighting for a minute. He's been fighting for a minute.
He had the most wins in the UFC. Well, he tied with Jim Miller for the most wins in the UFC.
Okay. So I mean, hopefully,
popped up on the screen after he won. It was on.
I just hope he goes back to the drawing board and trains more. Yeah.
Even though he came back and won that fight, he needs some stuff to work on.
Yeah, definitely. I think cardio.
Cardio and his kicks, like you that tall.
He doesn't. I don't think he
checked kicks more, man.
He didn't check any leg kick because that was the problem with the Ian Gary fight. Ian was just piecing them up.
What did he learn from the Ian Gary fight?
Yeah,
you still getting your legs shoot up like that, man.
So
tall as you is, you should be throwing more kicks, more front kicks, more head kicks. You got the reach. You know, but hey, congrats, good comeback win. But you can't look like that find another opponent.
Right.
Can't look like that find another high opponent.
Yeah, it was a great event.
Really
y'all saw the video. Make sure you would tune in and like the video that my man Quay posted.
Fight Reaction video. If you ain't seen it, check that out.
Check it out.
2 Fight Reaction videos on there. Tell a friend. Check it out. Well, Ball, before I get off him, man, I want to talk about John Anik and his emotional state that he was in.
Yeah, talk about it.
He was a little discouraged.
So explain what happened for the people that don't know.
Well, Ball, when you get to this level, anything you do in life. I know you got a good job. When you're a podcaster or you are MMA commentary or whatever you do, don't read the comments. Just
Well,
don't read them. If you feel like it's gonna affect you, and it's
so
gonna be people
he said
judging
he
you,
said he was going to step away because of the comments.
he said he was emotional. Emotionally.
Well, from his standpoint, I think this kind of comes to like being
That's
in
not
the
really
spotlight,
comments.
and being like you said, an MMA commentary, because we live in a society now where just because you may not jump on that bandwagon on what everybody else likes, because you might give a comment or you might say something that doesn't necessarily go with everyone else thinks.
He had his own opinion about how he felt about the fight.
Yeah, exactly. Because
But
the fight,
Strickland fans coming at him.
yeah, because but that, I mean,
But don't worry about who is them.
but at the same time, I'm not John Anik, so for me, you know, when you comment on something, I think this kind of goes back to what, like, we just times are different. Like,
Yeah, it is.
we gotta
the internet different.
internet's different,
Right.
and it's
Right.
it's sometimes it might be a brutal place.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it's hard being a commentator, especially an MMA commentator, because you might say something
and they might think you biased.
Yeah, it's just like
whatever.
Whatever,
John Jones.
yeah,
whatever. Gun. It's like, oh, you do.
Or whatever you say, you can still get criticism. So I hope John Anik doesn't step away from commentary. I mean, I really do like John Anik, but I think maybe you should step away, but don't quit, because the internet is a brutal place.
This is your career, man. Something you worked hard all your life.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You one of the best journalists.
But I think don't
let that affect you. But he came out and apologized and said, I apologize.
Yeah, but
come out saying that.
We live in a time where even if you say something and you don't mean no ill intent, if you're just speaking from the truth, or like because you don't agree with something, everybody kind of jumps on you. Yeah, you get judged. Oh, you hating, or you're a bigot, or you're this, that, and the third.
Yeah, and it's not even the case.
And that's not in the case. You just speaking from your own truth, but it just because you say something, it's like you kind of can get canceled.
Yeah, but that's what's wrong with the world now, though. You can't speak out and say certain stuff, or you get
I think it just goes back to your delivery. Like even because everything can get so political nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so I think it's just more the delivery.
Even the news will tell you the whole truth. Oh, this man died. They don't go in detail how he died in jail or whatever, like that. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, John Anik just gave his opinion. He has the right to do it. He's not hurting nobody. He's just speaking from his.
I respect your opinion, John. I give my opinions all the time. I give Obama my opinion. Sometimes he might not agree. I ain't gonna get mad at him. I say I'm emotionally, you know what I'm saying, like that. So John Anik, we love you, man. It's all love, baby.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know. I understand what he's feeling, because I went through the same thing. When I would speak on something and they would just ask me my opinion, I might get criticized. Mm-hmm. Hey, it just comes with it. I mean, but like I said, John ain't gonna do what he wants.
Yeah, he's almost a million now. You got money.
But that does come with a lot of pressure. So John Anik, I do understand from his perspective. Maybe he do need to step away. He just needs to reassess his thoughts.
Yeah.
I think he'll be coming back.
He'll be coming back. Yeah, man. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm gonna have to fly out there and find you, John.
Yeah. But I do respect your commentary. I didn't see no problem with what he said.
Yeah, we love you, man.
He just, like I said, we just live in a different time.
Yeah.
Where I think it's just delivery.
It's delivery. Yeah. We love you. And John, this is what you do. You do it good.